Welcome back to nuestro rinconcito de reflexión. Mi nombre es Sandy.
My name's Yolanda.
And welcome to our 5th episode.
Yes.
Today we have our first guest.
Special guest.
Our guest today is going to be Juan. Want to introduce yourself?
Mi nombre es Juan. Tengo 25 o 26 años. Nacido el 2 de noviembre de 1998. Escorpio. Escorpión, como quieran decirlo. Y sí, gracias por la invitación.
Okay.
You're welcome. We're excited.
We are excited. How's everybody doing today?
Bien.
Bien.
Un poco cansado, pero...
Yeah. Trabajaron. You guys work today?
Yeah, but I just work at home, so.
It's still tiring though. It's like mentally exhausting to work from home and to deal with people all day.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we...
How are you? You gotta say how you are.
Yes, I'm good. I had a good day today.
Yeah.
Just stayed home, limpia, because it was time. But I feel like I want to talk a little bit about why we wanted to have Juan on. And I think one of those reasons is because muchas de las veces los hombres don't speak up. Men don't speak up about or open up about how they feel or how things affect them.
Mm-hmm.
And when I and Juan have conversations, when Juan and I have conversations, I'm always amazed to be with such an emotionally intelligent man because I've never experienced that. I've never been exposed to that in my life. So siento que es algo que todos tienen que oír.
Yeah, and I do feel like even me, I've been amazed, you know. Sometimes I have like thoughts and like we talk about it and then he has like this whole other idea of things. I feel like
a different way of thinking about it or putting it together. How do you feel about your invitation?
Me siento bien. Sí.
Are you being forced to be here? Blink twice.
In Mexico, I don't know what this is about, but his parents
Oh.
do this.
Oh yeah, like it's like a
Es
sign of help.
para como las mujeres que sufren de maltrato o cuando alguien sufre de maltrato.
Ajá.
Supuestamente esta es la señal de ayuda.
Sí,
Pones
de
el pulgar
ayuda.
así, luego
Yeah.
haces así, es como ayuda.
I've seen that. Didn't like one of those singers do that? Like, I don't remember. Alicia Villarreal or something like that?
I don't know. My suegra was just doing it. I didn't even ask like what it meant, honestly.
Oh, okay.
But I just remember they were doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you need help?
No.
Okay. Here are the questions.
Okay.
You start.
Quiero que nos platiques poquito de cómo fue tu infancia y qué papel tomaron tus padres o qué roles tuvieron tus padres en tu crecimiento, en tu development.
Pues por dónde empiezo. Pues mi papá, prácticamente él no estuvo ahí cuando nací, pero la mayoría de mi infancia hasta creo que fueron como 5, 6 años, creo, porque estuvo en el colegio. Para los que no saben qué es el colegio, es la cárcel. Pues estuvo ahí un buen rato y prácticamente la que se hizo cargo más de mí fue mi mamá. Y creo que un poquito más desviándome a otro lado, creo que de ahí es de donde viene como que fui criado más por mi mamá.
Uh-huh.
So, creo que eso me puso un poco más en mi lado femenino.
Uh-huh.
Pero prácticamente mi mamá sí fue la que estuvo ahí más todo el tiempo. Ya hasta después mi papá fue un poco más involucrándose un poco más. Pero la que más estuvo ahí fue mi mamá. Y las únicas personas que tuve que me dieran como un lado de un papá fueron pues lo que fueron mis tíos y más mi abuelo. Uh-huh. Pero la que estuvo ahí sí fue mi mamá.
Yeah, I feel like we've always. I siento that's very e- evidente en la gente que te conoce. Like you support women above all, so I really appreciate that.
Okay, our next question is que, what do you think about our journey of spirituality?
¿La de ustedes? Oh. Creo que desde que voy a empezar con Yolanda, desde cuando la conocí, no sentía que era una persona, no sé, la miraba como un poco que era más relajada, más como no sé, like laid back. No, como que no miraba el lado así de que a lo mejor
expresiva?
que
¿De
no fuera expresiva, sino que le gustara la fiesta.
Oh,
Sí, como que sí le gustaba, pero mira, a la misma vez era como que,
más
ok, ya
compromiso.
era como que sí un ratito y ya como que ya me paré ya. Y siento que desde esta vez y ahora en esta etapa que está, siento que la miro un poco más, open-minded y como que mira las cosas de otra manera. Todavía sigue siendo como más, relajada, no, como que, no sé, como que sí ha avanzado mucho en cosas diferentes.
Ha habido mucho crecimiento.
Y pues contigo, más que pues digo, vivimos juntos, sí he
We
notado,
forgot to mention that you guys are boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh yeah, we live
Yeah.
together.
y pues contigo sí he visto que has avanzado más en esa forma de solamente darte a ti tu tiempo, de consentirte a ti misma, de preocuparte por ti misma. Y antes era como que estabas en todos lados menos contigo misma. Y era más como que te quedabas atrapada en todo eso,
En el caos.
en el caos y no te dabas el tiempo de tú, pues, darte tu tiempo pues que tú
Para
necesitabas.
reflexionar.
Pero pues, para concluir,
No para
pues,
reflexionar, pero para valorarte. Porque,
sí,
bien, los dos.
sí. Pues prácticamente eso es lo que he visto, pues, esa otra parte de ustedes dos, de que se han, como que puesto más en ese, no en su macho de que, pues, hacer las cosas así, pero más como en su macho de que no es mi tiempo, para mí es mi tiempo, no,
Ponernos a nosotras
como más
primero.
egoístas con ustedes mismos, no para más, sino para bien.
¿Y crees que es bueno?
Oh, sí,
Sí.
sí.
It's good to be selfish. Y eso es algo que tú me has enseñado.
Has it made your relationship better?
Sí, porque siento que no se enfoca mucho en otras cosas más que en su, prácticamente en el,
In your guys' bubble?
como en nuestra burbuja.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry. I should. It's just 2424. Amen. Okay.
Okay, do you believe in God? Why or why not?
Esta es una pregunta, no es como, no es que no crea, pero es algo que la verdad
No llama tu alma.
no me nace, no me llama, no sé, siento que sé que está ahí, pero siento que no tiene nada que ver conmigo. No es algo que miro, no es algo que me llame la atención, no. Siempre que me preguntan, prefiero decir no, prefiero decir no creo porque después me dicen, ay, ¿por qué esto? ¿Por qué? Pero a la misma vez es como que es que no es algo con lo que he estado muy apegado, lo que es a la religión, a todo eso. Pero siento que es más como que un poquito es más como creer en mí mismo y en las cosas que hago.
Te quería preguntar porque when we talk about what we know, right? Or lo que aprendemos, lo que hemos aprendido, lo que hemos podido entender, evolucionar, eh, siempre le damos esa responsabilidad a Dios. O sea, siempre es gracias a Dios. ¿Tú a quién agradeces? Por todas las cosas que tú ya sabes o que estás aprendiendo, ¿a quién agradeces por eso?
¿Verdad? Lo que me recuerda es cuando dicen que alguien está haciendo algo y dicen, ay, lo que Dios quiera, o ya estará en manos de Dios. Es como que yo en mi mente pienso que, ok, si dices que está en manos de Dios, solamente te vas a sentar y no vas a hacer nada hasta que algo pase, que puede nunca pasar o puede llegar a pasar de casualidad. Entonces, cuando es más como que puedo, puede que diga gracias a Dios, pero en realidad es como diciéndome a mí mismo como que es por mí que estoy progresando y es por mí mismo que estoy haciendo las cosas que hago.
Okay.
So basically, you're your God.
That's what I was gonna say, tú eres
Prácticamente.
Dios. Yeah. Pero todos somos nuestros propios dioses. Like, or yo, not to get off topic too much, but today Yolanda and I had a conversation on stuff we didn't agree on. I feel like that's something we can talk about. I think that would be a really good conversation. Pero es porque nuestro Dios interior nos dice a cada una cosas diferentes, porque cada mente es un mundo, cada mente es un universo. Entonces siento que Dios para cada persona es diferente porque no todos somos igual. Solo que para ti Dios, bueno, para ti lo que tú piensas que está bien porque eres tú y eres único. Igual conmigo, igual con Yolanda.
And you know what's crazy? That I don't say things like gracias a Dios tampoco. Yo siempre digo gracias al universo because it's like my universe. But like when I'm around you, I usually use the word God because that's how you see it too.
Yeah. I do use that word, and I do. It's just what I feel. It's what's true to my soul. Pero that's interesting.
I also like to use divine energy. It's my turn, huh?
Yes.
What do you think happens after death?
Creo que sería más como, yo lo miro como paz y tranquilidad, no preocupaciones. Y
¿Pero crees que hay vida después de la muerte?
Conciencia.
Creo que conciencia. Creo que hay como un tipo de, no quiero decir vida, pero no sé, solamente lo miro como algo que es paz, tranquilidad y como que vas a descansar y vas al lugar que siempre has querido estar. Y siento, no sé, siempre algo que me imagino es de que como hay veces que lo pienso de la manera en la de, ok, si llego a fallecer, lo primero que pasa por mi mente, voy a poder ir a las carreras, no importa cuándo sea o lo que sea. Voy a estar ahí, nadie me va a decir nada, puedo ir, como libertad prácticamente. Esa es la manera que lo miro.
Entonces cuando te digo que eres una alma vieja y que por eso tienes todas estas respuestas y estos pensamientos conscientes que no nos vienen a todos naturalmente, ¿qué piensas tú de eso?
No sé.
Like de vidas pasadas, ¿quieres decir? Que has tenido vidas, ¿tú piensas que has tenido?
La verdad, nunca lo había pensado. O nunca me había pasado por la mente, nunca. No sé.
So hicimos nuestra numerology. Y Yolanda and I have a lot of numbers in common. Both of our birthdays are in January. So tenemos el 1 de enero. Mi cumpleaños es el día primero y el día es el día 10. And you add the digits. So 1 plus 0 is 1. So both of our dates are 1.
Yeah.
Our numbers are different. Yours is still 1, right? For your path number?
Yeah, when I add them up, yeah. It's 10, but it's 2, 8, and then it's 10.
And then 1.
1.
Mine is 8. So we have that 8 again in common. And I have mine is 2 and 6. So we have the 2, and then we have the she has the 8, and then I also have an 8. Juan's, when I've done his, he is 422. I don't know where that 22 comes from, but when I plug it in, sale. Y luego él cumple años en noviembre, so el 11. El 11, 22 y 33 son números
Master numbers.
master
How do you
numbers.
say it in Spanish?
Números
maestros.
maestros.
Maestros, sí.
Y el número maestro, el 11, es tu primera vida como de alma vieja. Es tu primera vida después de haber superado del 1 al 9 y alcanzas como ese primer nivel de conciencia donde vienes ya al mundo con your lessons already learned, como ya programadas de un sentido. Entonces él tiene el 11 y el 22. Para él hay muchas cosas que le vienen fácil. Por ejemplo, cuando yo batallé, todo lo que batallé con mi familia, para él era muy fácil decirme, like, enfócate en ti y deja de estresarte por los demás. Y yo no sentía que tenía opción. Yo sentía que esa era la única opción, de yo estarme estresando siempre por los problemas de los demás. Y de nuevo, no es que nadie me lo pidiera, pero esos pensamientos traía yo, programados de la Matrix, ¿no? Entonces, cosas así que a él ya le vienen naturalmente, a veces también como, verán, respuestas que él responde como con pensamientos que yo digo, eso es algo que yo tengo que trabajar para saber, me tengo que traumar para aprender, y él ya lo viene, él ya viene con ese, with that knowledge. So that's why I tell him about what he thinks about old souls, because yo siento que tú eres una alma vieja que ya ha vivido muchas vidas y vienes a esta vida a enseñarnos y a elevarnos.
I don't know, I never felt like that. It was more like
So you had never told him?
I don't know. I just feel like I'm more like I'm just living my life. I'm just like
Minding my
cruising,
business.
like just cruising through life, just like doing my own thing, just like not worrying about like religion, not worry about politics, not worry about like things that I feel like they're not interested to me, and things that I feel like they're just gonna take my time, and like things that have not, it's not like worth it like worry about.
Cada número vibra en negativo y positivo, positivo y negativo. En lo negativo, los números maestros son very antichrist. Y en lo positivo, son como todas estas people that I watch on TV. So there's this two extremities, but we respect everybody's process. What do you think about forgiveness?
Forgive but never forget.
Say the same thing. Literally.
I think it's more like it's one of those things like I will like forgive people, but like one side of me is like I never forget. So it's one of those things that like the only reason I'm forgiving you is so like I can just not be thinking about it. I cannot, so I don't have to like,
So you can let it go.
so I can just like keep on with my life. If I don't forget it, so like I know, like the part that don't forget is more like, okay, you already did this to me. I remember what you did, so I'm not trying to do that, go through the same thing. So it's good to forgive for you, but not forget to like learn.
To relive it.
To like, so you don't have to relive it, so you don't like go through the same thing.
Pero tú no crees que nosotras hemos perdonado the same thing over and over again until we finally 6, 7, 8 times later you're kind of like, okay, ya, ya te pasaste, ya fueron 10 veces que me robaste mi chicle, ya, esta vez no lo dejo ahí porque me lo vas a agarrar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I do also believe that way. Yo siempre digo, like, sí, te voy a perdonar, pero pues, like, siempre lo voy a tener en mi mente. So, like, no importa que hagas las cosas bien, like, siempre me voy a acordar que un día me puedes traicionar, así que no te voy a, like, ya no puedo confiar en ti.
But that's also, así somos los Capricornios. Like,
Yeah.
once we've given somebody so many chances, we kind of like
Draw a line and just
yeah.
don't let them cross back over.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Do you feel like I'm like that? Like I give and give and give hasta que ya.
Yeah, you just like, I feel like you give so many chances to like people that like lo miro más como que they do it the first time. Okay, you forgive them, but they see that like nothing happened, but you just, and that mentality with just forgiveness, they say like, what if I do it one more time? And they keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And you're just like, oh yeah, I forgive you. But you don't get that part of like, don't forget. So they just like keep like pretty much using you multiple times. So it's just like, you need to remember like, they already did this like 10 times. This will be like the 11th time. It's been the same thing. Just remember it. Don't like
keep falling back.
Pretty much at that point it's like you're forgiven, but like pretty much you just need to like, okay, like forgive yourself, just move on with your life, but remember what that person did, so cuando vengan para atrás no hagan lo mismo.
Yeah. Um.
How do you establish respect in a relationship when your partner doesn't have the same values as you?
I think that's something you just have to like communicate. Like you just have to like sit down y platicarlo. En lo Prácticamente es como poner todo en la mesa, ok, qué es lo que para ti, qué es lo que significa para ti el respeto, qué esperas de mí que yo respete de ti, y poner todas esas ideas en la mesa para prácticamente formar el tipo de respeto que quiere uno y el otro. Como me acuerdo la primera vez que salimos, no, fue cuando fuimos a caminar. Fue la primera, no, segunda cita. La primera fuimos a caminar a Red Rocks. No, not Red Rocks.
Yeah, it was okay.
Garden of the Gods.
Oh yeah, same area.
Eh,
Same concept.
Fuimos ahí, después como que de ahí fue la cosa como más seria, y cuando se empezó a hacer así como que esto ya va más en serio, siento que los dos como que concordamos en eso, de que yo te dije, la manera en la que yo pido respeto es de que si es algo que te molesta, solamente sentarnos y platicar, no gritar. No hay ninguna razón por la cual ser violentos o gritar, solamente platicarlo. Y siento que es una buena manera de establecer respeto. Y siento que hay veces de que, ok, puede que estés enojada, pero no es solamente, es nomás platicarlo y ser sinceros. Y fue cuando te dije lo mismo, dije, si algún día lo que yo te decía era, si algún día hay algo que no te gusta o hay algo que ya no se siente igual, solo hazlo saber y podemos ya sea platicarlo o podemos arreglarlo o ver qué se hace, pero siento que la mayoría de los problemas se arreglan solamente practicando y escuchando.
Te puedo preguntar, ¿qué consejo le podrías dar tú a un hombre que su pareja le falta el respeto? ¿Qué consejo, si tú tuviste ya esta conversación, like, no me grites, no me faltes al respeto, don't cuss at me, y tu pareja se enoja, and they're cussing at you, and they're yelling at you, and they start getting maybe a little bit aggressive, ¿qué consejo le puedes dar tú a un hombre? ¿Qué sería the thing that you would recommend for somebody to do in that situation?
Yo creo cuando es con esos diferentes maneras de
Si te pasara a ti, ¿tú cómo lo harías?
if it was me, I would just like kind of like walk away, not like leave, but just like I'll say like give them their space, and if they're like just cussing and everything, it's just okay, like, because to me, like as soon as like somebody starts like yelling at me or cussing, or just like being like really loud, I just like not shut down, but I just like stop listening to you. Like I don't acknowledge anything you say. I'll be like, okay, I'll give you space. Okay, like sleep on it, whatever. Okay, like now we can talk. Okay, like why you feel like what makes you like do that when I already talk to you? Like, let's just talk and fix it. So, creo que la mayoría es solamente darse el espacio y platicarlo. Siempre darse el espacio, pero regresar a platicarlo. Pero ya cuando es algo muy repetitivo, siento que en esa parte, ya sea cualquiera de las personas que esté gritando, lo que sea, siento que son cosas que vienen de otro lado,
¿De traumas?
de traumas, relaciones, porque siento que si es alguien como nosotros,
Mm.
que había veces que te ponías de algún cierto modo, mi primer pensamiento wasn't like, why she's doing that, or like, I didn't do anything, like, why she's doing this
You
or
didn't
that.
take it personally.
It was more like coming from a place of like, like, I'm a really understanding person, and I feel like it comes to the point that I just like think about like, okay, like if I know I did something wrong, I will say it. But if I know like I didn't do anything wrong, and it's something that affected you, it's more like, okay, like we need to talk about not just us, talk about like your past, so I'm able to understand you and see where you're coming from, so I don't take uh
Things personally.
not things personally, so I don't like start
Offense.
jumping into conclusions of like, oh, this person's like this and this and this, but like, okay, why is like that?
Not to think like
So
she's just rude. Like,
yeah.
no, there's a reason why she needs space.
Ujú. Y hasta después que tú me platicaste todo, era así como que yo más o menos ya entendía, era así como que, ok, y ya después como que fui poniendo como los puntos todos juntos, y ya fue así como que, ok, no, yo no hice eso, yo no hice eso. Pero una parte de mí era así como que, porque yo tengo que pagar los platos rotos. I didn't do
Yeah.
anything.
¿Y piensas de esta manera porque creciste viendo cómo tu mamá manejaba todo?
Sí, pues familiares también.
Sí.
Sí, tíos
Mm.
que miraba que pasaban prácticamente casi por lo mismo.
Mm.
Y pues por mi mamá también.
Sí.
Pero era más como, sí. Y siempre siento que eso es algo que siempre he pensado de que, ok, si lo están haciendo es porque hay algo más.
Sí.
Es de que, no sé, solamente no brincar en like conclusions to like, okay, she's like, I don't know, like crazy or whatever. Pero
That's something you guys
era,
have in common.
yeah.
Yeah. Because he just said that. He's like, que es bueno saber de tu pasado para not jump into conclusions. You guys have that in common.
But he doesn't give that grace to everybody.
Oh yeah.
He does. It's like a handful of people, and I do it
also
with
feel
everybody.
Like, I feel like he's good at reading people well. Yeah. So that's why it's different.
I will say who, but can't say names.
Yeah. Oh, it's my next?
Yeah.
But I just did that one.
No, I did that. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. You asked this one.
Okay. Yeah, because I came up with this question. I think men are attracted to women that resemble their mother. Can you think of any characteristics of poppies that are similar to your mom's?
Maybe even not right now, but when you met me. Yeah.
When I met you, no.
No?
No.
Not even the hardworking part. Ouch.
Es que siento que cuando te conocí, era en una etapa en que los dos era fiesta, fiesta, fiesta.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Y pues ya después con el tiempo, creo que la parte que miré de ella, que no que it's kind of like my mom, but like things that my mom went through or being in stress is the thing that I saw in her.
Yeah.
Y había veces que yo decía que ella, no sé, se enojaba o pasaba por situaciones en las que estaba estresada y me decía, y yo intentaba platicar con ella y me decía, es que no vas a entender. Y yo le decía, sí te entiendo. Me decía, no es cierto. ¿Cómo puedes entender esto y eso? Y yo así como que es que yo ya sé lo que es, ya sé la situación por la que estás pasando, porque mi mamá pasó por lo mismo, se enfermó, se estresó por ese tipo, por cómo ella
take on other
se
people's
relacionaba y
problems.
agarrar los problemas de los demás.
Mhm.
Y siempre le decía de que es que tienes que dejarlo ser. Puedes, siempre he dicho, puedes ayudar a alguien hasta cierto punto. Puedes ayudar a alguien que te sale el corazón, pero es más como te doy la mano, pero no me agarres la pata. Te voy a ayudar con algo, pero solamente porque te ayudo no significa que tu problema va a ser mi problema. Tu problema va a seguir siendo tu problema, yo te ayudo un poco. Tú ya te dije cómo pusieras esto y esto para que se arreglara, pero no va a ser mi problema, sigue siendo tu problema, tú tienes que arreglar. Y siento que tú hacías eso, tú tomabas los problemas de los demás para tú solucionarlos, y era cuando te estresabas. Mi mamá hacía lo mismo, y es lo que empecé a ver, ese mismo patrón que había, y fue, y lo que pensaba es de que de ahí vienen, de que enfermedades, de que viene la ansiedad, viene muchas cosas. Y cuando miré a mi mamá que pasó por eso, de que había veces que ni se podía levantar de la cama por el estrés y todo, y era así como que ya sé lo que pasa, ya sé el proceso que se hace, y era así como que si te lo estoy diciendo es porque no quiero que pases por lo mismo, por algo que yo ya vi. Pero a la misma vez era algo como que soy el tipo de persona que te va a decir, pero si no me escuchas, no es que no me hace caso, es más como que si no me escuchas, si no quieres escucharme, como te estoy diciendo las cosas, la única manera de la que vas a entender va a ser sufriendo. Por más que yo quiero brincar ese proceso, hay veces que sí pudiera verte que te decía, es que para solucionarse es que es esto y esto, así. Y tú como que no me entendías y era así como que yo en mi mente era, ¿sabes qué? Está bien, tú vas a sufrir, sé que yo también voy a sufrir, pero al final vas a ver,
Vas a aprender.
vas a aprender y vas a ver todo lo que te está ocasionando, todo tu estrés, tu dolor de espalda, tus migrañas, de tu ansiedad, de veces que te dices tú misma, ¿por qué estoy tan cansada? Pues es por, hay veces que es por las personas que están a tu alrededor también.
Me and Lo like strong, independent women, because I feel like your mom. I was kind of very like that in the beginning,
Ujú.
like yo puedo, yo sola, and I feel like the mama is very much like that. Like ella
Independientes,
no necesita de nadie. She could, ella resuelve y
pues sí,
soluciona.
prácticamente independientes. Luego también recientemente cuando haciendo pasteles.
Oh, sí, es cierto. But I've always done that. Just they weren't. But no, but I'm saying they weren't always cute. As I'm trying to get better, pero
Pero sí, siento que miré las cosas, casi las cosas similares, pero ya
Después.
después.
I do want to say, like, cuando la conociste, no era ella. Like, estaba en una etapa de su vida que no era ella.
No, eso sí, ya lo
Yeah.
sabía.
So, like, a lo mejor no lo viste de primero, pero since you are somebody que you know how to read people, like, maybe you just sense something que se sentía familiar, sin saber.
Es que yo siempre empiezo como que viendo a personas como amigos.
Yeah.
Es así como que solamente amigos. Ya si lo que fuera a pasar, ya va a pasar. Pero siento que siempre lo miro como amistad.
Sí.
Ya después si llega a pasar algo, pues pasa algo. Pero no sé, siento
¿Qué
que,
pasó?
pues sí. Es que no sé, es que todo fue como que
It was quick.
fue rápido.
It was. I remember. Yeah. I was
Sí.
sitting front row. Yeah, front row seats.
Ujú.
Yeah.
Todo fue como muy instantáneo, rápido.
it felt so natural.
No, como que no había.
Awkwardness. No había like, ay, ¿qué está pensando? Like, le gustó, me gusta. Like, it was like very like, no doubt.
Have you been in a long-term relationship before?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like that helps too. Like to know, pienso que cuando uno ya tiene una relación, ya sabe uno lo que quiere. And I feel like both of you guys, if it was, you know, in that terms, like ya sabían lo que querían, and maybe you guys just felt like it was time to settle down, because I also feel like you guys moved in quick. Yeah, right away with each other. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, I was in a long-term relationship, but this is like when I start seeing the different sides.
Mm-hmm.
That like when she would tell me like, well, yeah, I was dating like this people like before you, and this like amount of time, and like as soon as she told me that, I knew I was like that only means one thing, and it means that she hasn't had time for herself. So it was one of my thoughts was like I can like keep it as friends and see where things go, but at the end of the day, I know that she hasn't had the time that she deserves
Yeah.
by herself, like discovering herself and doing like things for her. Y para mí, si estuve en una relación fue como en la high school, que mi familia nadie sabe, todos pensaban, todos
Surprise!
pensaban que todos mis tíos me miraban o hasta mi mamá siempre me decía, a veces me ponía como, se arrimaba conmigo y me decía, hijo, si tienes algo que decirme, lo puedes decir.
Like if you were interested in
Sí,
men.
ajá, me decía, hijo, yo te apoyo, hijo, si es algo, me puedes decir, me lo puedes decir. O like,
And your family is very open to a lot of things, and that's one of the things that
yeah,
they don't like judge or. So if it would have been something, I feel like you would have felt safe enough to
yeah,
say it.
era mucho, pues, era, era una de esas cosas de que no sabía, de que era como, I just really don't want my family to know, like, to be like all over like my business.
Yeah.
And it was on a time that I was just like, kind of like find like an escape and like have like other like type of like
So in the relationship, era diferente que estar en tu familia o cómo?
it was more like I didn't want to be in the space like where everything was happening, like everything that happened to us,
Uh-huh.
to my family. So that was kind of like an escape for that.
Get away. Okay.
From your reality.
Yeah.
Prácticamente, sí. Pero sí, nadie de mi familia nunca les dije, no sabían. Siempre me decían lo mismo de que mi hijo, si tienes otros gustos, nos puedes decir. O
And they still don't know?
no, now they know.
Yeah.
Oh, you had that girlfriend?
I guess
Well,
if they
was-
see it.
Was it? Oh yeah. Is it like was it long term though in high school?
Yeah,
Okay.
high school and part of college.
Oh okay.
The only one who knows is my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Because when when I started dating you, we talked, and he's like, "Wow, this is gonna be your first relationship you are in," and I'm like, "Nah." So I told him, and he's like, "No way." I was like, "Yeah."
Dang, that's crazy.
Mm. And I feel like one of the things that que se me pegó también fue como que mi mamá me decía que ella no llevaba a nadie a la casa de mis abuelos porque le dijeron que no llevara a nadie hasta que fuera con que se fuera a casar.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I feel like I took kind of that. I was like, I don't want to take nobody like until like I know for sure like someone that I want to be with.
I think that's very common in our culture, no?
Yeah. That's cute though.
Mm.
You should feel special.
I do.
I am special. You are special.
What do you do when you're stressed? Like, what's a good, healthy stress coping mechanism?
I think work.
When
Well,
you're stressed
it
from work?
depends. It depends. When I'm like stressed, es que como hago algo que realmente me gusta y es algo que me llama mucho la atención y es algo que
Es tu pasión.
es algo que me apasiona. Siento que en el trabajo no estoy trabajando. Sí, puede que me estrese por ciertas cosas, pero mientras estoy en el trabajo, cuando pasan cosas fuera del trabajo, siento que es algo que me desestresa un poco. O algo también que me ayuda mucho es solamente como acostarme en la cama en silencio y solamente no hacer nada. Hay veces que ni estoy pensando en nada, solamente estoy como en blanco.
It's called
Sí.
meditation.
Not really.
No,
My mom
no, porque no pienso en nada. Hay veces, no sé cómo explicarlo, siento que solamente estoy,
You know that's the whole point of meditation, to blink your mind. That's what everybody tries to achieve when meditating.
porque solamente apago la tele mientras esté oscuro en la cama Y no sé si han visto a veces como cuando en las caricaturas ponen a alguien que está like zoned out and they put like a white wall in the back and there's like a noise like that's how I feel like sometimes. That I just like I'm not thinking of anything. So I feel like just like pretty much like a good way is just to like take time for you and just like actually relax. If you're stressed, just like be quiet or do like things that you like to do, like I don't know, playing video games, uh, reading something, uh, go work out. Those are all like things that like help me when I'm stressed.
Get your endorphins up.
Yeah.
¿Y qué apoyo buscas en tu pareja cuando estás triste, enojado, estresado y feliz?
Presencia.
¿En todas?
Ujú.
Sí. Okay.
Get into that a little bit. What do you mean by that?
Estar presente.
Pero cuando está triste,
Solamente,
quieres que te esté preguntando.
no solamente estar presente en la parte de si estoy feliz, pues estar en el momento. Si estoy triste, solamente estar en el momento, solamente estar ahí, pues no
Pero-
nada.
Like, don't be on your phone
Yeah.
or distracted.
Sí, solamente si estoy triste, sí te voy a decir, ok, si me siento así, así. No se tiene que hacer nada en especial, solamente hay que ver una película y estar solamente en el momento presente.
¿Y tú crees que es lo mismo para todos los hombres?
Creo que depende,
Sí.
On what? Que depende de qué.
porque siento que no todos somos iguales. Hay veces, a mí sí me gusta que es así como que si estoy ya sea enojado o triste, solamente no te estoy diciendo que no estés ahí, es solamente estar presente.
Okay.
No,
Y con estar presente, ¿quieres decir a que esté contigo a tu lado o que te pregunte, que
solamente
platiquen?
estar a mi lado,
Silencio.
pero a la misma vez es de que es algo que si alguien más es solamente expresar exactamente qué tipo de presencia quieres, si es el tipo de presencia que quieres que solamente estén a tu lado o quieres platicarlo o otras cosas. Por
Y,
eso digo que depende de
y el
cada
otro
quien.
día nos dijiste que a veces no le dices las cosas porque se estresa.
Ujú.
¿Cómo haces para comunicar tú con ella que la necesitas de un cierto modo?
A veces lo que hago es si estoy estresado de algo y le encuentro solución, hasta que lo soluciono, ya es cuando le digo a veces, de que digo, este, porque a veces que no sé, porque cuando estoy estresado siento que estoy como, soy callado y mi mente solamente está pensando en cómo solucionar el problema.
Sí.
Y ya una vez que lo soluciona, a veces que ella me dice, te he notado como muy serio, ¿qué está pasando? Y ya es cuando yo le digo, "Oh, es que está pasando esto y esto", y ella se enoja porque me dice, ¿por qué no me dijiste? Y es como que, pues ya no puedes estar enojado porque ya lo solucioné.
Sorry, eso de
Pero por eso te digo, o sea,
Porque no le quiero pasar ese estrés a ella que sé que yo lo puedo solucionar.
y en esos momentos, porque yo lo he pasado con Jorge, que a veces yo también no le digo cosas porque después me dice, ¿por qué siempre tú? ¿Por qué? Entonces, a veces quisiera poder decirle y que no me diga nada, pero how do you want her to be there
Mm.
with things? Because I'm the same. A veces quiero que me apoye, pero tengo miedo de decirle porque no quiero que me diga, no quiero que me cuestione, que me diga por qué. Is there a way that she could just be there, and do you ever want to tell her something and just que no te diga nada, nomás que sepa, en vez de que
Can it be like a keyword or something?
Yeah.
Like, te voy a decir algo, pero because I'm telling you,
No significa que te tienes que estresar. Nada
Yeah.
más.
like, lo voy a solucionar, solo quiero expresarte lo que estoy.
Creo que va prácticamente a lo mismo que ya dije, es la comunicación.
Yeah.
Saber cómo comunicarlo y saber qué tipo de apoyo ocupas o quieres, prácticamente.
Y si la persona, por ejemplo, si me lo dices, right, y yo empiezo como a moverme para tratar de ayudarte, que es una buena manera que puedes tú Like if I'm moving to trying to help you, what's a good way for you to deal with that? Like, sabes que te estoy reafirmando que no necesito tu ayuda. Please step back. Like, what's a good way?
Creo que solamente decir, sé que es
¿Me estás
como,
tratando de ayudar?
solamente es algo que sí es algo que me está estresando, es algo que es, si es algo como personal, es algo por lo que yo estoy pasando. Sé que tiene solución, sé cómo arreglarlo. No te tienes tú que preocupar. Siento que es cuando, si te sientes muy estresado, siempre hay que tener eso en la mente que sí pueden ayudar, solamente es de que saber cuándo
¿Y cómo?
y cómo decirlo.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. What can women do to make a man feel loved and appreciated?
And is it the same for all men?
Creo que hago lo mismo, solamente es estar presente. Bueno, para mí. Siento
So it's not,
y,
no es lo mismo
y
para
siento
todos.
que creo que para todos en una parte es algo que es muy general de like be present, like I don't know, like if even just watching a show, like just be present, like you guys can
Don't
be
be
like
on your phone.
be watching the same show and like I don't know, make like comments, like pretty much being like together watching a show, making comments about the show.
And
Or like
physical contact is important.
yeah, like it goes to the same thing, like watching a movie, like all cuddle up, just like being in the moment and present, like not worry about like in that moment, like just trying to kind of like forget about like most of the problems. And I feel like I don't know, I feel like most people like that's what they want, like their partner to be like present in the moment and not like constantly and not constantly being like trying to like get that like attention, like force kind of like force it.
Okay.
Um, I think I just wanted to say, like, when we were in Mexico, we had a conversation with my suegros about what a partner needs in certain situations, right? You knowing your dad a little bit better than I do, what do you think he would answer to that question? Do you think for him it's the same?
Yeah.
Just being present?
Yeah, because it's times that like no sé, hay veces que sí mi papá le está diciendo a mi mamá. And my mom is like one of those people that like she's like she could be like constantly in her phone.
She's all over the place. Yeah.
And he gets butthurt because like my dad's tried to like watch a movie or something and she's like doing something else, and it's like he gets like a little bit upset that she's not like present
Yeah.
with him.
Not that my suegra is like on her phone on social media. My suegra is a person that's like very bien movida when it comes to work.
Se dice hacendosa, que nomás anda haciendo. No se dice hacendosa, ¿no? Que like anda limpiando,
Es nomás
anda.
que andan pues para arriba y para abajo.
Sí. Or like in la calle, or what?
No. She's always like moviéndose to she makes money moves 24/7. So she's like looking on Facebook Market because if she's selling something to see what people are saying, or looking to see if she can buy something and flip it, or she's always looking for opportunities. So is bien movida. So I feel like her mind's always like thinking about what her next move is, and that it can be hard to be present.
I think like with being present comes with the whole thing of like being like um probably not like probably a lot of like men not like kind of like I don't like that, like it feels like I'm a baby or whatever. But like like I know I like it, and I know like people like other men like it too.
What?
Like being like
babied, like chiqueado.
Yeah, because I feel like as men we don't really like
get that a lot.
Get that a lot, even from like I feel like our parents.
Yeah, I see that, and because Jorge too, like when we're alone, like he just wants me like que le haga piojito, like things like that.
To be nurtured.
Yeah.
But I feel like for my brothers, they weren't that. My mom nurtured the heck out of my brothers. Like my mom babied them, y los
Still
abraza.
does.
Yeah, like los abraza, los besa, los apapacha, los acarruca. They would take naps together. So I feel like, but I think my brother's still like that. So puede ser una de las dos, ¿no? Te faltó en tu infancia o es a lo que estás acostumbrado. So te gusta.
Yeah.
And especially if it's something that like you really don't get it as often. It's something that like I don't know makes you feel good.
Yeah. ¿Esta?
¿Qué opinión tienes de lo que dijo el Chicharito?
Context, though, if you didn't see what Chicharito said, he was talking about modern day feminism. So he was talking about how women should step more into a feminine role. I think it was just misinterpreted. The way he said it was like, las mujeres deben de estar limpiando en la casa, cuidando a sus hijos. I think what he meant is women are being pulled out of their homes, put into society, and their kids sent to school. Mothers should be more present at home. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I really didn't got so involved into all that.
Mm-hmm.
Or I just seen comments and stuff, but no me metí mucho a eso. I feel like I don't know. I just like feel like that's a decision like with your partner. Like I feel like if it's possible, like I don't know, like financially, like you telling your spouse, like telling her like you're gonna stay here and I'm gonna take care of you and your only job's gonna be like cook, clean, and look for your kids. I feel like that's like an option, but at the same time, it's something like if that person tells you like, well, like I want to work, it's kind of like I feel like it depends on the decisions.
It's
like
up,
it's up to the
woman.
to the woman to decide if she wants to like go out and get a job, just like be supportive about it, or if they want to like stay home and just like look after the kids, is like that's good too.
Yeah. And I feel like I speak for myself. Like right now, I'm very much in an energy donde quiero ser y no hacer. Entonces, I align with what he said because that's what I want. What do you think?
I don't. I've already been at home with my kids.
That's true.
And I feel like I didn't like it. I very much like to work. I was depressed when I was home. So like me gusta tener mi mente like, busy because I feel like before we moved I could have just stayed home with like what Jorge was making. And I decided not to. And I also I know we've talked about like the male the masculine energy that I learned from my mom. And like I just always think like I can't just depend on him, and like no me gusta gastarme su dinero. So I wish que pudiera quedarme en la casa and like take care of my kids, especially like now que me siento mejor, que ya me gusta limpiar, que ya me gusta cocinar. Like me gustaría poder tener la fuerza para estar en la casa, pero también like I don't see myself doing that. So I do think that it's whatever like the woman feels comfortable with, but you shouldn't just like let her. Yeah, like tienes que estar en la casa.
I think it's hard too because I feel like a lot of women we have that mentality. I have heard other women say that like you no, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. Like no quiero depender solo de ti. Que si algún día algo pasa y estoy like alone, and I don't have you anymore. Not necessarily because they leave you. Like anything can happen, right? So I don't know. This is just the energy I'm in right now. Like I feel like especially with everything that we went through at that last job where it was very stressful, it feels good to just be at home and not deal with people all the time or deal with have to always constantly be like solving other people's problems,
Yeah.
and you're not even giving yourself energy to solve yours. So, um, what do you think about making kids do things que no les nace? We have talked about this. I've had two miscarriages, one in my previous relationship and then one with Juan. So we do talk a lot about kids. Like when we have kids, we have these conversations all the time about what we would do in certain situations or if our values align in certain ways of raising children. So what do you think about that?
I mean, when it comes to like things that they don't want to do, I think it's like a line in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's like when it comes to like discipline, like okay, you usually told you have to pick him up, and then they're like, no, I don't want to. Like I feel like that's something like it's not that you don't want to, like you have to. But when it's like um, other things like I don't know,
Like hugging somebody que no quieres abrazar.
yeah,
Like I
like
feel like as
if they
Mexicans,
don't, yeah, like if they don't want to like hug somebody, like they're not obligated to do it, and I'm not gonna obligate them to do it.
yeah,
Like si no es nada, si no es nada. But I feel like when it comes to like respect, it's kind of more like, okay, you know everybody here, uh, and you just for to be respectful, like if you just want to shake hands, you don't have to hug, just like or just like a hi, and that's it. But if they start asking you like why you don't hug me, it's just like if they don't want to, they don't have to.
Yeah.
So they're not obligated to do that. Si les nace, I'm like that's on them. But if they don't want to like hug someone or if they don't want to like say hi to someone, it's kind of like well, like they don't have to. So I feel like it's not um, good to obligate them to like do things like que no le nacen, because then I feel like you're teaching them to be like someone that they are not.
To people please?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you feel that way? Like did something happen to you as a kid, or did your parents force you to like hug people?
Mm,
Or they did the opposite. They didn't force you, so you learned that you don't have to.
uh, no, I don't think they never like forced me to like say hi to somebody or like to like hug somebody. I think they never did that. Era más como si me nacía amenaza, si no, pues no.
I can see your dad though. Like, vale, saluda.
Well, like that's something that he would just say like, vale, saluda. But like, it will be kind of like, I won't even think about it. I'll be like, okay. I'm like, it's like I always been like, more like, whatever. Like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do, yeah. But I'm not like, when it comes to like, for my kids, like, I don't think like I would like to like obligate him to like be like, go and say hi to that person. Or like,
Dale un beso a tu tía.
yeah, it's like kind of like, she might get better, but hey, if he doesn't want to, then don't force him either.
Teach them to be loyal to themselves since they're little.
yeah,
To
Yeah.
put themselves first.
It's like when sometimes when like Lionel is here and you guys are over his face and they're like, haz esto, haz esto, haz esto, or like you like constantly like if you tell him like, ¿cómo haces something? And he's like, no, and you're like constantly like, pero ¿cómo se hace? ¿Cómo se? A ver, hazlo, hazlo, hazlo. It's just like
déjalo ser.
he doesn't want to.
Sí.
I'm obsessed with my nieces and my nephews, so I'm,
Or like
I'm
how,
all in their faces all the time.
or you would do the same thing to Ade and then
Yeah.
be like, do this, do that, do this, do that. I'm like, it's a kid. Let him be a kid.
Yeah.
Don't like if they want to do it, they're gonna do it. If they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it.
That's fair.
Mhm. And with you guys having gone through that miscarriage, do you think that your emotions as a man were validated? And what emotions did you feel? What do you think other men go through as well?
What's the men's perspective of a
Yeah.
miscarriage?
¿Te tomamos en cuenta?
Mm, I don't think so.
No.
No, it was more towards her,
Yeah.
mostly. And I mean, it's understandable because I mean, I'm not the one who like went like personally like through it,
Mm-hmm.
Physically.
like physically. But it was kind of like one of those things that like I allow myself to like feel it in the moment and just kind of like shake it off.
What did you
And
feel?
just sadness. It was sad.
Y más porque se emociona, ¿no? Uno. Like,
Yeah, and you're already kind of like having your
mm,
head like, what are you gonna do?
pero te gustaría que la gente te dijera, like, que te abrazara, que te dijera, like, lo siento.
To acknowledge.
Yeah, to
It's
acknowledge.
funny because like I remember like I was so pissed that like when I went to work, some of the guys they this guy at work told me like, where you been gone so much? And he literally just like I think like didn't told nobody. Like the only ones that knew was like my mom, and even like my mom was like, well, like be there for her and like all that. Like she told me like, yeah, like I'm sorry and this and that, but like it wasn't more like worry about me. It was more like about you. And when I went to work, I remember this guy, a friend like that I knew. He told me like, why you were gone like this day? So like, what happened? And then I told him, and then he like literally like just looked at me straight in the eyes and was like, "Did you cry?" I was like, "Yeah." And then like, "Where did you cry?" I was like, "In the shower." And then it's like he just like he looked at me and then he's like, because I think he went through it too. So
Oh.
he looked at me and he just literally like is like, "It's okay, like it's fine, like to cry, it's okay, like I get that feeling." And he just literally grabbed me, like he first shook my hand and then he looked at me, he hugged me, and then he was like, "Everything's gonna be fine." I was like, he's like, "I know, like it's not going like right now, like I know what you're going through," but at the same time, it was kind of like I don't know, like it felt nice that like he did that and he understood, and like the guys at work they did that too. So I feel like I didn't got it for like someone like super close, but I got it for like older people.
Oh, okay.
So I went through it like thinking of like, okay, like it happened. I already gave myself that chance to like feel it. So it was more like if I'm like feeling like this, I can like I cannot even think like how she was like feeling, especially like
Yeah.
her like being the one going through it physically.
And I think
And
it's harder because, I mean, she had to go through the surgery and everything. So, like,
yeah,
she had to have more attention.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And the other thing is like, I mean,
Well, you
no,
took like 2 or 3 weeks off of work?
I think it was like 2 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
because I had to have an emergency surgery to have the pregnancy removed. And in that, that's when they found that I had endometriosis. And they had to remove one of my fallopian tubes. So, like, coming out of the surgery, when I went in, all we expected to happen was just the pregnancy removal, which I didn't even want to go through a surgery. I wanted to just take something, but the doctor like convinced me like we want to make sure it gets all out and nothing gets stuck. So when they did the surgery, they found the endometriosis, and then they had to remove one of my fallopian tubes. And when we got out of the surgery, and I read that in like my chart, I was like, "This is wrong. Like this didn't happen." So my body went through a lot more, and I feel like emotionally I went through a lot more because it was more than what I expected. It like so many more things came out of it than what I expected. So
Even I remember you telling me like, uh, I don't know, like if because you like didn't saw me like sad or saw me like going through much through it. I remember you telling me like something like almost like if I didn't feel anything, like if I was just like whatever.
mm-hmm.
But in my head, I was like, well, like I did in the moment, like I went through a lot like emotions, but it was more like okay, like I feel like that's why like as men, like we don't really like we take just like a moment to feel the emotion, but then like we shake it off because like it's more like okay, like I already went through it. I went through my emotions, but the one that's going through it most, it's her. So I feel like I have to be good to like give her the support that she needs. So it's I feel like most of the times it's like when feelings and all the emotions they don't get considered a lot on men because of that.
Yeah.
Because I feel we always in that like uh think like if you're going through something painful, I prefer like me going through it than you, so you don't have to go through that. But on that part, it was more like, no, I feel it. Like it doesn't go like any other like day without thinking about like that day or like thinking about like what could be or like it was just like a lot. But at the same time, I just didn't like thought too much about it. It was kind of like it's something that like I know it happened. I know like I went through it, and there's something like other thing that I have is just like I'm not. I don't want to be stuck in that
Mindset.
like mindset like forever. I prefer to like yeah, it's bad what happened, it's sad, and I feel it every day. But at the same time, I don't want to allow myself to like be stuck in that space.
Dwell on the feelings.
Yeah.
And I feel like Juan is really good at communicating with words. Like when we're arguing or something, he's really good at being like, oh, like this and this and this is the issue. And for me, when it comes to emotions, I'm a very expressive person. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like when I'm feeling something, like I'm very good at expressing what I'm feeling. Like once I've kind of like put the pieces together in my head of what's upsetting me, like I'm really good at expressing my feelings. Like this makes me feel like this, or when you do this, like it makes me feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And did you guys have a moment to sit and like talk about how you guys were feeling?
That's I think that's what I tried to do in that moment. Like when I asked him like no sientes nada, like how are you feeling? Like because he would just como si nada, like nothing happened.
Because I remember cuando yo los vi, like él nomás callado. And I mean that's how he is, but like I did, and I just didn't bring anything up, like I told you, because I don't like to bring. I don't like. It's like reliving the moment, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty much like the whole mentality that I had. I was like, okay, I process everything like on me myself. So if I'm a mess, how am I gonna help her? Like if I'm a mess, like I'm like literally like my mind's all over the place. Like yeah, she has her family, but I feel like she leans a little bit more on that aspect like towards me. So I need to be okay to be able to like help her out and go through the process. So I feel like that's why I was just like more like quick to like process it and like just be like, okay, it happened and it's bad, but I need to be okay to be able to like
Be there for you.
be there for her.
Not only emotionally but physically, because the recovery was horrible. I got first couple. I think we'll have an episode about that. We'll get into that, but physically the recovery was also hard. It was painful.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's good. Um, this is a topic I feel like you feel very strongly about, so I wanted to ask you about it. What do you think about domestic violence in the sense of women and men? Like, how is it viewed? As women, I think we have a pretty good picture of how it's viewed, right? When a woman goes through domestic violence
Mm-hmm.
or physical abuse. How do you feel as a man society views physical abuse towards men?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I never been like in that situation,
Yeah.
but like I just like I can just kind of like think and for things that I saw that I've seen, it's like don't get me wrong, I know like domestic violence is like a really bad thing, but you have to think like when you say like domestic violence, what's the first thing to pop in your head?
Women.
Women. Like it's just like it's a bad thing for both ends. Like I know there's like different type of force, different like type of like uh
El hombre es más fuerte
el hombre es
físicamente
más
que la
fuerte
mujer.
físicamente que la mujer. But at the same time it's just like it happens both ways. It might not be the same strain, but pasa igual del uno al otro, pero no lo hace bien de ninguna otra manera. Es como, por ejemplo, si, no sé, si vamos al parque y hay un señor como maltratando o jalando a su esposa o lo que sea, tu primer instinto va a ser ya sea ir a ayudar o ya sea marcar a la policía o lo que sea para ayudar a esa persona. Pero si fuera una mujer haciéndole lo mismo a un hombre, sería más como que, oh, mira, se están chingando a aquel, risa y risa, or like, just like looking at it, just like having, like, funny, en vez de ayudar. But at the same time, I feel something that should go like both ways. I know there's like difference of like
O sea que
strength.
la mujer, si un hombre está like hurting a woman, they're more strong, so of course the woman's gonna be more
Yeah.
hurt. But it doesn't take away from the fact that if men are put through the same thing, like it doesn't take away only because a la mejor al hombre no lo lastiman tanto.
It's still like something that's like really disrespectful and something that's like mentally like traumatizing too. Pero es como te digo, siento que esa es la manera que se ve de que si es alguien, a un hombre que le está pasando eso, siento que si fuera yo nomás fuera así como que sí lo miraría, pero sería más de un punto de como que, pues,
get help.
like,
You know what I learned in therapy, because I've been in domestic violence case, and so
Not
they
the victim.
not the victim, but
damn, just like that.
just like that. Nos preguntaron, do you think men and women are equal? And we were all like, yeah. And then they were like, so why? Because we were all women, and they were like, so why do you? Because we were all like, dang, I shouldn't be here. They're like, so why do you think you're deserving of like a second chance if men aren't, and men wouldn't be?
Because like if you put it this way, it's just like if like let's say like somebody it's hitting like a girl's hitting a guy, like hitting him constantly, and just like the guy's just taking it, like it's still in the same range of like violence. Just because like he can take it doesn't make it alright, or like being like, ah, he's gonna be fine. It's just like no, like he's getting hit by like someone. It's not alright.
Somebody that he loves.
And the other thing is just like even if like it, I think that it goes wrong like either way. If the guy is getting hit and is trying to protect himself, and accidentally like grabs her by the hand so like he doesn't get hit, like that is now on him. Like even if they're like uh the girl's punching the guy and the guy's trying to like kind of like move around, defend himself to like not like violently, just by like avoiding. And he tries to like move fall out of the way or like kind of like hold her a little bit or like trying to like just move. I feel like it goes like bad for the guy because he laid hands on the environment where there was violence involved.
So instead of it being one case, it's two. Versus a woman, if she were to defend herself, or it wouldn't be. Do you think it's the same with emotions? Do you think men's emotions are respected the same way women's are, or valued?
I don't think so. I think it's different.
How?
In the aspect of like, I feel like when it comes to emotional, I feel like in society it's a better look as
La sociedad espera que el hombre
like protect women, but I feel it should be equal to like men too. In the fact of like I don't know, like if you're going through something as a woman and you're just like going through like really hard times and you have bad things happening and let's say like everything like bad is happening to you and you're just like walking somewhere and you see like a stranger and you're like you go through to them and as a woman be like I'm going through a really hard time, this and this. I feel like regardless they're gonna give you kind of like a some help or some type of like
empathy,
reassurance and empathy. But if it, I feel like if it's like a guy is not as good to like see that. It's either that or they just looked at you like crazy or like they don't even like they don't even pay attention to you. It's kind of like
¿a poco no te pudiste defender si eres hombre?
Yeah, and I feel like when you go like to really like bad things mentally and you try to get help, they either looked at like crazy or like it's not even that bad or like whenever it's a woman it's not even like something that they say like oh it's not that bad. They're just like pretty much like talk to you and all this stuff.
You went through some like depression. Um, in that time, did you felt like that? Like you couldn't open up to anybody? You didn't feel like anybody was safe enough for you to open up about that?
Yeah, I think it was when kind of first moved here that it was me. Then I was used to live with my uncle, but then it's kind of like things started going like separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on my own. Then I just started feeling like things were going right. So it was like really like I was like in a really bad place that I was just like constantly like sometimes not eating, sometimes uh, just gotten to the point that I just didn't want to like deal with it anymore. And I feel like if I would have went to talk to like somebody,
A friend.
it would have been more like looked at
Mhm.
like kind of like por arribita, like yeah, it's fine, like, you're gonna be good at this and that. And I don't know, I just got to that point. It was only um I don't know, it was just like really like weird, like bad time that I just wanted to like be gone.
Mm.
And
You didn't feel safe to share that with your friends?
not really, because I feel like it wasn't like, or like if I would have told them, they would have been like something like, I don't know,
But don't
kind
you
of.
feel like if you have true friends, you can share stuff with them? Like, no los sentías tan ciertos, tan true friends?
They are, but I feel like I'm the type of person too that I don't like to bother people.
Um,
But you did have a friend.
So, but I'll, well, yeah, that's because he forced himself.
Did you? Are you comfortable saying his name?
Not really.
Okay.
But it's like the same thing as that guy from work. Uh, he, it was times that like he noticed, and he was kind of like, it would be times that like, if I was sick, and I would like call off from work, I would not. I mean, we worked together, but I didn't tell him like when I was gonna be sick or like anything. I would just like call off, like, yeah, I don't feel good. I'm not going to work today. I'm sick, so I'll be gone for maybe like 3 days. And I was one time that I didn't text him or anything because I was just like homesick and just like watching movies and like being at the apartment. And he would like constantly call me, but I wouldn't answer because I would like put in like vibrate and I'd just leave the phone in there.
he would check in on you?
Yeah, because he was worried.
Oh.
So he would like call me, he's like, "Are you alright?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good, I'm good." And he would just like, we're like, "You've been gone like literally it's gonna be 2 days. I don't know anything about you, and like, I'm worried." I was like, "No, I'm fine. I'm just sick."
But
I'm
he
just like,
knew can like that you
yeah,
were depressed, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
And it was like
oh.
it was a bunch of times that he would like just like I don't know. He will like invite me to go like with him to like car events or here people or like stuff like that. So he will always like help me in that aspect. And he was always still like trying to like he was like, you just need like someone to be with. So he will like try to like
Hook you up with
hook me up
friends.
with like friends and stuff. So I don't know. It was like it was a good guy. He was like always like there.
Mhm.
So I feel like he got me out of that headspace. So I start seeing like things differently, more like
Yeah.
okay, like I still have things to do. I still have things that I want to accomplish. So I don't know, just kind of changed my mentality.
About the phone too. You used to have like a really old phone. And
Oh yeah, he used to get mad because I used to have like an old I'm
Sam-
no, it was Samsung.
Android. It was an Android.
It was Samsung something, but it was old. Like I don't know. I don't. If the phone's still working, I don't
You don't
change
get a
it.
new one?
Nah. And I had like this phone, and I don't know. Like one time, I started having problems like charging it and everything. And then he's like, "You need a new phone." I was like, "No, it's still fine." Like when it gets to the point that I can't even charge it, like it's fine. And he's like, "Okay." So like that day, uh, he's like, "Follow me," and I would follow him. He went with me to the Verizon store. He's like, get yourself a new phone. I'm like, I
Oh.
don't want to. And he's like, just get it. I was like I'm gonna pay for it. I was like, worry about that later. Like you have a job. I'm like, I know, but like
Did you
my
get a new phone?
yeah, it's when I got the iPhone 12. And then he's like, why you don't get the Pro Max? I was like, I'm good with this one. He's like, just get the Pro Max. And I was like, okay. So I got the iPhone 12
He,
Pro
and
Max.
he had that phone. He just changed it last year because it was having the same issue. It wasn't charging anymore because of his work. It gets dirty in the charger port. So, apenas hasta 4 años later, he
It
changed
was
his phone.
working fine. It was
It
like,
would not charge. I would
because
hear
like,
him every night, like blowing on it to get the dirt out of the thing because it wouldn't
because
charge.
it was just dirty. It would like get like a bunch of pelucita in like the charge port. So I would just like had to clean it and it would work fine.
All right. So, ¿qué piensas about the people like me that we are preparing for the end of the world? That we want bunkers, we want food, we want candles, flashlights. ¿Qué piensas?
I don't know. It's one of the things that same deal. I just don't worry about it. I don't. The way I see it, like, okay, you're gonna be preparing yourself for like something bad to happen, and it's like you guys, like, if you're preparing for something bad to happen, it's like something that I hear you guys say a lot. You put it out into the universe, it's something bad to happen. So why I'm going to be like trying to like prepare for something
Bad.
bad, pretty much like I'm attracting that by like doing all these things. And at the same time, it's like I don't really like. Well, it depends. I mean, if we're talking about like full on like
World War III.
world like nuclear war like or like stuff like that, I feel like that would be a place that I would not want it to like be in. It's some place that I just don't like wanted to
Like what are those like movies?
like apocalyptic thing, just like stuff like that. I don't know. It's something that I wouldn't like. I would consider that like worth keep just
Living.
keep living on it
Why not?
because it's just like suffering. It's just like you might get like good things here and there, but if you try to survive, like let's say like let's put like nuclear war, it's more like it's more like I feel like if it's nuclear, like all that stuff, like explosives and all that, like all that gets into like the soil, dirt, everything. So you're trying to survive by like replanting things and doing things like at the end of the day you're just like uh pretty much you're poisoning yourself and things are not leaving anymore. So I feel like it will be like something like bad to go through, like sad and just like
Pero,
not
Not worth it.
worth it.
pero ¿qué tal si sobrevives? O sea, no que trates de sobrevivir, pero que pase algo como ahora que estaban diciendo que iban a aventar la bomba, que pase y que sobrevivas y que no te puedes dar un balazo, como yo no le puedo dar un balazo a mis hijos para que no sufran. O sea, si sobrevives, ¿qué vas a hacer? ¿Vas a tratar de sobrevivir o te vas a dejar morir?
If it's just like me like thinking about like me just being out there, I think like I would just like try to make things better, but at the same time, it's getting to that point that it's just like too much. It's just like I'm not like this is not life. This is not like if I
But
have.
if you had kids.
I don't think I would like to put him through it.
Pero, ¿qué harías si sí sobreviviera? Después te darías contra, como dicen, contra el suelo de no haber hecho el esfuerzo.
I think I would like prefer to like end it than seeing my kids suffer and like
Yeah.
seeing them like I feel like that would hurt me more like seeing them like die like slowly and them suffering and like pasar hambre and like just like not having somewhere to sleep, not like being in constant fear. I think that's one of the things that I would not like my kids to go through.
Pero piensas que si tuvieras hijos, harías un esfuerzo para poder juntar las cosas como juntar comida.
I think I would, but at the same time, it's just like something that like
Would depend on how
it
things
will.
are.
It depends the situation. If it's like something
Completely
like
unlivable.
like something that like you cannot live in, it's just like okay, yeah, this is not. I don't want to see my kids suffer through something like that. But if it's something that's more like I don't know, like that you actually can like make things work, yeah. But like I said, it's just like I think it depends on what type of situation it is. Because I don't know, I don't think I would like to see my like if there's something really bad, I would like to see my kids like suffer to like all that.
Yeah,
And
to
even like it's one of those things that like even if they like survive, then they will like get like I don't know some type of like
Enfermedad.
enfermedades or like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like I said, like I'm not against the bunkers. Like if you want to build it, like hey, it's fine. But I don't know. I don't feel like I would like to live my life on there like something like that.
we always talk about like homesteading, Yolanda and I. Like um also like one thing that I talked to Juan about is like when we have our own home, would you be open to like building a bunker? He said no. Would it be something that it's not like he would say no, but it's not something that he feels necessary.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I feel like that's a lot. Our questions are a little like all over the place. Um
It's okay. We're just digging through Juan's brain.
yeah, it really is. Do you think being
Because outside of this, he doesn't really say much.
do you think with you being a man or male, your family trauma affected you in a different way than it would have if you had been a woman? Like if you had been a girl, do you think everything you went through in life, like with your dad and your mom, would have been different?
I don't think so.
Why not?
If it's like the same, like if I went through the same thing but as a
Girl.
girl, I think it would have been the same thing. Honestly,
Pero te haría diferente tu relación, ¿no crees?
with my parents.
No, tu
Oh, no.
relación como si tú fueras una mujer y para buscarte a un hombre te haría diferente porque tú crees que porque viste a tu mamá ser, like, estar ahí cuando tu papá no estaba o no.
I think the only sense would be like, because the only thing is because I feel like girls are more attached to their parents sometimes.
Okay.
I think that would be the only difference. Like, not having as a
The
I want to say like a
distance?
distance
Yeah.
as a daughter or something like that. But I think at the end of the day it would have been like I think like this kind of like the same situation, just instead of like being a man being a girl. And the only thing I feel like it would be more like I don't think it would have been like as hard. Maybe it would have been still hard, but I feel like I would have had like more chances to like talk about it with people and probably like being a little bit more understood.
Have more compassion from people.
¿Y piensas que los hombres carry trauma from their parents or women? It's heavier for women.
I think it's for both. Yeah. There's something I told Sandy. Like I like to think things like kind of like equal in some parts, but I feel like I feel like all of us just like went through trauma with like parents, regardless if you're like a woman or a guy. Or,
Do you blame them for things they put you through?
At first, yeah, because it was one of those things that I was like, I told you guys, I told you, but they didn't listen. So it was kind of like, so I took it as kind of
But
like.
you were also a child telling adults what to do.
I know. That's what like made it more like upsetting because I was like, I knew it was gonna happen. I already had that feeling, but no, you guys just keep like, you guys kept it like, pretty much like put me on the side because I was just a little kid. But I was telling you guys things that were gonna happen and telling you like how things.
And you
were, like,
still don't think you're an old soul.
It's not that I don't think. It's just like kind of weird to think it. But it wasn't one of those things that are just like kind of like since I was telling them, I feel like it's like I told you guys, so I think I put a little bit of the fault on them, kind of like that. For me, like being like, I told you guys
Por
it
no
wasn't
hacerte
gonna
caso.
happen, but you guys just because I was a kid, you guys didn't really like. So I took it kind of like it was kind of like a little bit of their fault, I'll say.
How do you feel about it now?
Uh, Still, like I didn't wish I would have went through it, but it's nothing I can do about it now.
When did you realize that it wasn't their fault? ¿Cuándo les dejaste de kind of, pues aunque no le like directly like te echo la culpa, pero it was it did Sandy being in this journey help or
I think it was like kind of like before I met her,
you did? Okay.
because there's the other thing too. And now people know that like when I met her, I was literally weeks out to like go back to California, like maybe 2 more weeks, and I was out. But I feel like it's something that
Y
was
aquí
like,
sigues.
yeah, something that like I kind of realized like because me going back, it was kind of to kind of like accepting it already, kind of being like, okay, like I'm just gonna like do my own life and kind of like pretty much just like whatever. I'm already here, trying to make the best of it. So
No tener rencor.
yeah, even if it was a couple times that would like piss me off, but it was more like not my problem anymore.
That's normal though. I think parents, at some point. Um, is there anything you wish you could tell your parents?
Mm,
Que es algo que a lo mejor que has querido decirle a tu mamá y a tu papá, que a lo mejor no has tenido el valor o em, ¿por qué me ves así?
no, just like listen to the question.
Porque, o sea, que no has tenido a lo mejor el valor o que el tiempo, ay no, o el tiempo de decirles.
I don't know.
¿Les agradeces algo?
Mm, I don't know. I think just like maybe like my mom. Mm, it's just like I don't know. I don't really have
¿Qué
like
le dirías a tu mamá?
uh, the like maybe que a pesar de probably like everything we went through, like
En español para que te entienda si lo ve.
you know, just like I don't know. I honestly don't know.
¿Le agradeces el esfuerzo que hizo?
I mean, yeah, I do.
Y el ejemplo que te dieron de lo que es ser una buena pareja.
I mean, yeah. I feel like because of like the stories that they will tell me and things that they will like they used to do, I kind of took it as like, okay, that's something bad, so I'm not gonna do that. So for things that like my mom would tell me that my dad would do, like my mom would tell me things, or like my dad would tell me things. I was like, okay, they're telling me this is because like okay, it's funny, but at the same time it's something bad. So I'm like, I guess it's something bad to do. So I feel like they kind of like show me with their own experiences, pretty much, and then from there, just like by looking at people, like being like, okay, like that's not good.
Pues entonces les puedes agradecer que gracias a lo que
A sus
pas-
errores.
a sus
Pretty much a
errores
su pasado.
tú eres un buen ser humano.
Yeah.
Pienso. I know it's hard to say it in your own words and it's hard. Like I know I have a hard time too thinking
Yeah.
about what I can be thankful for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I personally think that you are a very, with what you've told me, that you are like, con lo que pasaste, es lo que te ha like allowed you to have these thoughts, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and like be able to like razonar sin tener que pasar las cosas. So it's in
Aprender.
yeah, in one way you don't realize it, but in one way you've healed yourself.
Yeah.
You know, with like everything that you've lived.
Yeah. One of the things that I kind of like the way that I kind of slowly start to heal it, like not like heal completely want to say, but more like my kind of like child part of it. It was like when I was like kind of like when I was already here. It was one of those things that like over there, my mom she was always like I was like to go to like the car race and stuff like that, and I would go to school and I was like, can I just go? And she was like, no, porque tienes que ir a la escuela, or like she was like, no por esto, por aquella, por alguna otra razón. And I remember we used to get so upset about it, like pissed. And when I was here and all the events that they do over here at the racetrack here in PPIR, it was one of those things that like I didn't think it twice. I was just like, oh, I can do it now. So I would just like buy tickets and go every single time. And the other thing that I used to do too, how it kind of like slowly started to kind of like get that, it was because like since my mom and mis abuelos siempre veníamos para San Diego o visitar tíos o
Because you grew up in Ensenada, Baja California.
para visitar a mis tíos o tías que estaban en California o todo eso. Siempre me acuerdo que me daba una flojera porque se levantaban bien temprano y me daba, pero flojera de que no me gustaba levantarme temprano. Pero la única razón por la que me levantaban temprano era porque decía, si vamos a cruzar a Estados Unidos, eso significa que dos opciones. Vamos a ir al IHOP or vamos a ir al tenis. So I was just like constantly thinking about like pancakes or like all that stuff. So I was like, so if I go, I'm gonna get pancakes, but I don't like to wake up early. So I would just like wake up and
Go back to sleep in the car.
and I go back to sleep in the car. But like when we used to go there, like my mom, I remember like it's something that's on my head so much that I remember to like my mom ordered the pancakes like the basic ones, like that you only get like you get like no flavor. It's just like
Plain ones.
the plain pancakes with like your egg and like bacon or sausage. And I would from there like at that point it was only me and my mom and my grandpa. My brother wasn't
Weren't you?
kind of he was, but like he would not come with us.
Oh.
And she would like divide it between me and her. So I remember like always telling her like I will see the because my mom makes cheesecakes too. So by seeing the cheesecake pancakes, I will always be like oh I wonder if it tastes good too. So I would tell my mom like can I get it? Can I get it? And she was like no. I'll be like okay. And then I would see like like you flip the page and you see all the milkshakes. And I remember I always wanted one. So I would never like get them because my mom would say no. And there was only one time that I tried them, and that was because like one of my uncles was like, "Oh, then look, get a meal." So I literally like ordered like my cheesecake pancakes and the Oreo shake, and from that was the only time I got it. But then when I moved here, and I was like literally like by my own, and just like I would like literally like the weekends, like on a Saturday, if I didn't feel like making breakfast, I would literally go to like a IHOP and I would just like literally like constantly get like my pancakes, the cheesecake pancakes, and my Oreo shake. And I remember my mom would call me like all the time, like she would call me, she's like, ¿Dónde estás? I was like, oh, estoy en el IHOP. ¿Y qué te estás comiendo? No, mi cheesecake pancakes con mi Oreo shake. So she was just like, ¿Y tú solo? I was like, yeah.
But I imagine it must be hard for your mom. It must have been hard for your mom, like to think like, dang. Pero ahora la entiendes, like, ¿por qué no te lo
No se
compraba?
podía.
I mean, at that like that's the thing that like I feel like I was really understanding of like this, like I was
The
always aware of
situation?
the situations,
Yeah.
but it wasn't one of those things that like I just want like Oreo shake, like
Yeah.
I just wanted to like those things just to try it.
Eso tenemos en común, que yo también like, entendía cuando mi mamá me decía que no se podía, no se podía. Like, algunos de mis hermanos no entendían, like they wouldn't care, they still wanted it. And I feel like there's kids that are like that, que no entienden que cuando no se puede, no se puede. And I feel like we understood, like, when our mom decía, like, hija, es que no traigo dinero, we'd be like, okay, well, she can't, she doesn't have money. And I feel like there's kids who don't understand that.
Yeah.
And I think that's also a like cause of trauma. Like, que crezcas muy pronto y que entiendas problemas de adultos que no te pertenecen.
Yeah. That's why I don't care what people say about IHOP being nasty. I just go for my cheesecake pancakes and my Oreo shake.
Yeah. Dude, when he told me that story when we first went to IHOP, it made me cry.
Oh.
Yeah, it was sad because not because no por nada against my suegro because we all go through hard times. It's normal to not always be able to do things financially. But just when I see him, dude, like watch. Next time you see him, you're gonna be like, oh, because when he eats them, dude, like siempre has like a very resting, like angry face all the time. Not all the time, but his face is very neutral. Does it? No, Juan.
Oh.
He doesn't always show a lot of emotion.
Oh yeah, I know that.
But when he's eating those pancakes, dude, there's like a smile on his face from one side to the other.
Well, we have went to IHOP together.
Oh, we have?
Yeah. But I didn't know the
Oh.
story. So.
Yeah, when we went after the hike. Huh?
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to share, or any more questions? You have? Anything else you want to share? Just for society to be more aware of men. Like, is there something you want? Maybe.
I don't know. That just like I would say just like people to be like understanding too about like not just like women's feelings, like everybody's feelings.
Be truly equal.
Yeah.
And I feel like men are so harsh with each other. You know.
Yeah.
And I feel like yeah. Then I think it depends too like with what type of friends you have with that
Yeah.
type of friendship. Yeah.
Tienes diferentes amigos para diferentes por diferentes razones y para diferentes etapas de tu
Yeah.
vida.
Yeah, pretty much. Because like I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I like my friends and they're really good people. But I think it was a point that like the only time we just get together, yeah, we'll talk and like have fun. But it was like more like drinking involved.
Woohoo. Woohoo.
So I feel like with my other friend that I have, I remember like that we kind of get like butthurt about it. They're like, oh, you already, ya vas con tus, with your white friends. I'm like, I mean, because like literally we just like go to like we go, I was like, because I would take pictures of like the cars or like stuff like that, car shows that we go. And they'll be like, pues si andas con tus white friends. I'll be like, well, like, I told you guys, but you guys didn't want, like, they're not really into that vibe, pretty much.
A pintarles una picture, cuéntales de las primeras. Si son de Colorado, para ti, ¿qué son las carreras? Si alguien te habla y te dice, cuando estás joven, tienes 17, 18 años, you're not pregnant, te dicen, oye, vamos a las carreras, what are you thinking you're going to?
En la federal.
Oh.
Car or what kind of?
Well, I was thinking like horse races.
Oh. Oh well. And when
I think for
just,
you guys, it's more like
Well, I was
más,
opening up to that.
más
Do you want to tell your story?
Mexican.
more like
It feels like,
coleaduras
yeah.
for you guys.
No, but we went to races too.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about car races. Well,
No.
with horse races, I feel like it was drinking, drugs, money, like apostando, música. Who looks cuter? You know, hitting up on people. Like, oh, ¿a quién voy a ver?
¿Y para ti qué te pasó la primera vez que te invitaron a las carreras?
Pues que, well, I was at work.
I haven't heard about this, right?
I don't think so.
Estaba en el trabajo y uno de mis amigos me mandó un mensaje y me dice, vamos a ir a las carreras. And because of that, like I remember like talking to them about like the type of racing that I like, de las carreras que a mí me gustan, que son las trocas en el desierto. Y cuando me mandó un mensaje de que, oye, vamos a ir a las carreras, ¿quieres ir? Y yo pues en mi mente no más reaccioné en cuanto miré carreras, dije, no, sí quiero ir. Y le mandé mensaje para atrás, dije, no, sí, está bien, ¿para cuándo? Era el fin de semana. Ah, ok, entonces así quedamos. Y era un viernes. Y después me dice, porque yo no era de usar botas, no era de usar nada de eso, porque no me gustaba, sentía incómodo. Y me manda mensaje y me dices, oh, pero te tienes que poner botas. Y yo en mi mente solamente me quedé, botas, pero botas ¿para qué? Si son carreras, ¿para qué me voy a poner botas? Y luego me dicen, si sales con tus cosas, con tus tenis, no te vamos a llevar. Y yo en mi mente, no sé, todavía no lo procesaba. Y era así como que, no es que sí quiero ir, ya tengo un montón que no voy a las carreras. Y pues fui a comprarme unas botas y ya me acuerdo que pues traía pues nomás mis mi pantalón, mis botas y una camisa. Y
¿Botas vaqueras?
ya, eran botas vaqueras. Y ya pasaron por mí y luego pues la parte que se me hizo normal era de que llegamos a agarrar pues para tomar y todo eso, porque eso también allá lo hacen en las carreras allá también. Y dije, no, pues entonces iba a estar chido. Y ahí llegamos a agarrar cosas y todo eso. Y no le ponía atención a nada. Íbamos por la carretera y donde más o menos dije, ah, la cosa iba en serio es porque agarramos una calle que es pura terracería. It's like all dirt. It's like all dirt road. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be nice. So we started like, I see like a bunch of people on one side, and we start pulling up, and I just started seeing like just like regular cars and like a bunch of like trailers. But like I looked at closer, I was like, those are horses trailers. So we got closer and closer, and I was like, that was like, I was like, chingado, like, pues ya no era como que me voy a regresar. So it was like a bunch of like horse racing and stuff like that. So we got there, and I kind of got upset. And yo hasta les dije, yo pensé que hacía de carros o algo. Y dije, ¿cómo se hace con pendejadas? I was like, I don't know, I thought it was going to be that. And I'm there, like, literally no idea what I'm looking at. I'm like, I don't know, I've never been in one of this. And eso me marca mi mamá. Y me dice, ¿dónde estás? Le digo, me dice, y yo digo, oh, en las carreras. Oh, ya también hacen. Y le volteo el teléfono y me dice, ¿qué andas haciendo ahí? ¿De cuándo acá andas en carreras de caballo? And I was like, I don't know. I thought it was gonna be like car racing or something. But yeah, I think that was like when I started like going more towards like through like getting involved into all that stuff. I didn't it didn't get my attention a lot. It was like fun to go because like when my friends would like just like have fun, but it didn't really I wasn't like really like focused on it.
Yeah.
It was never like my thing.
Yeah, I think that just kind of paints a picture a little bit of who you are as a person. But is there anything else you want to share?
No, I'm only here to answer you guys' questions.
Questions? Okay. I think that's it for today then.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think. What you guys thought about hearing a male perspective. I mean, obviously there's plenty of podcasts out there with the perspective of a male. This is just ours.
Through Juan's eyes. Through Juan's head. And I feel like we didn't really like get deep into like a lot of the things that we've talked about, but at least you guys can see like the root of like how different he thinks, because he thinks like super different to Jorge too, you know.
Yeah.
So, and it's nice to think.
Well, they're not necessarily on the same journey.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. It's just nice.
Yeah, I just think that everybody has their own journey, their own things going on, and it's just one of those things. Just let them be.
I think we kind of learned that about us today too.
About what? Oh, let each other be. Yeah, we did.
No, well, not let each other be, but I just feel like we're
Oh,
different. And I feel
have
like
our own
this
journeys.
week I've been on a different journey.
Yeah, and not like how to say like not
Aceptar las diferencias.
aceptar las diferencias, is like not get too like caught up and like
The differences?
like different things are happening. You know, like in the world, just like let it be and just try to make the best of it.
Rest of the time you have, because you don't know
Mm-hmm.
how much time you have.
Yeah.
Lo único que es seguro es el ahorita.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have a good day. Bye.